My aunt despised her niece, though she had always dreamed of motherhood, and when I uncovered the reason, it shattered both our households. My Aunt Clara constantly claimed she'd be an ideal parent. As kids, she gathered doll babies, organized fancy playdates, and helped at the local daycare weekly. At 28, when she learned she was expecting, she wept with joy and began purchasing small outfits right away. But everything shifted the instant Lily arrived. I was there during the birth. The staff laid this flawless rosy infant on Clara's torso. Rather than delight, her expression turned utterly vacant. Not weary, empty, as if a spark had vanished from her gaze. The medical team blamed fatigue and chemical shifts. Her spouse Mark thought it was afterbirth blues. But I understood Clara. This wasn't grief or stress. It was different. In the following weeks, I observed Clara perform parenting duties like a performer in a hated part. She'd nourish Lily with robotic accuracy, swap diapers with clinical distance, and sway her to rest while gazing blankly. When Lily wailed, Clara recoiled as if the noise stung her. After half a year, I challenged her. We were in her home as Lily slept above, and Clara gazed at chilled tea. She met my eyes with a stranger's stare. She murmured she sensed zero emotion, that if Lily vanished the next day, she'd be eased. Each glance at her stirred nausea, not remorse, revulsion, like her system repelled her. That evening, I remained to assist with midnight care. At 2 a.m., Lily's cries woke me, and I checked. Clara was present, hovering over the bassinet with tightened hands, trembling fully. As I lifted Lily, she hushed. I spun to find Clara eyeing us with a chilling look. Sheer loathing, not toward me, toward the child. A fortnight later, I learned why Clara couldn't cherish her girl. It began with her odd behavior near kin snapshots. She'd take down any image displaying her expectant or cradling Lily. When I suggested watching the baby, she'd accept at once, too eagerly, as if fleeing was vital. The crisis hit at Lily's initial birthday celebration. In the cooking area amid dessert, Clara clutched the ledge until her joints paled, heaving like retching. Outdoors, she bent and queried if I recalled Mom's tales of swapped kids, fairies taking real infants and planting their offspring. She stated that birth night felt off. Delivery too swift, too simple. She blacked out nearly 60 minutes, and upon receiving the infant, it wasn't hers. I gaped at sensible Clara with her advanced science degree. She seized my arm and asked if I'd spotted Lily shed true drops. She mimicked sobs, but no liquid. Never feverish, ill, or typical infant issues. She fakes rest. Eyes shut on cue but always alert, vigilant. Recently, found her upright in bed at 8 months. Rigid, fixated on blank space for ages. Each view reminded her that her true child was stolen. She'd failed guarding, now tending the imposter. 2 weeks on, I grasped why. Noticing her photo quirks, removing pregnancy or holding shots, saying they cluttered. Babysit offers accepted hastily, escape hungry. Birthday bash climax. Elaborate setup, pro shooter, full guest list. She appeared flawless in peach gown, posing smiles, gift thanks. But kitchen catch. Ledge grip, white knuckles, vomit pose. Outside, house echoes of song for her kid. Recalled kid-swapped lore? What if factual? Spine tingled as she detailed birth anomaly. Quick labor, blackout hour. Blood drain excuse. But alternate event? Handed baby not hers. Stared at logical Clara equation master. Mimicry for survival. Gripped wrist. Real tears? Sounds yes, visuals no. No sickness. Rasches. Face. Fake sleep, watches. 8 months standing alone?
Impossible.
Statue still, wall gaze hours.
Shaked, un change de pose.
Pounding heart. Dismiss as madness, but tone. Icy sure. From bag, notebook of precise entries. Day 47. L stood immobile 3 hours, eyes wide. Day 52. Doc noted odd strength, full weight hold. Day 63. Cry. Stop on mark exit, resume entry. Schedule savvy. Day 71. Stared cam, eyes track moves. Day 85. Solids no choke, instant mastery. Pages of notes, alone explainable, combined eerie. Back, taped pics, timeline baby shots. Everyone direct lens lock, sharp not baby blur. Party pics. Chaos around, L static observing unblinkingly. Led to vehicle trunk. Box of studies, articles, myth books, faith texts. Months digging.
Swapped kit tales universal. Celtic, Nordic, Asian.
Folder. 1800s med cases, weird growth, behaviors, anomalies unsolved. Most died oddly young. Survivors locked or ditched. Est plan. Firm reclaim true girl. Lore reversal rituals. Prove not human. Iron burn, water/fire expose. Grabbed her. Harm innocent? Hers. Not hers. Warned police if hurt. Stared in dusk. Party sounds float. Made promise no harm. Couldn't. I take Lily tonight. She'd lose real one. No real insisted. Lily yours. What if wrong? Question chilled. Rational me doubted, but whisper echoed. Returned inside. Party ending. Guests depart. Mark tidied paper, Lily chaired still, watching. Studied her. Curls dark. Eyes vivid blue. Pale flawless. But demeanor off. Intensity adult-like.
Toddler dash shriek, no flinch.
Steady adult watch. Near chair. Wave by? Hand rose perfect wave. No error. Precise copy. Too refined for age. Offered sit that night for couple dinner. Talk needed. Observe alone. Post apart. Floor with toys. She inspected each orderly, no smash, no taste. Systematic. Bed, crib place, instant lay still. Hour wait peak. Eyes ceiling. Whisper name, no stir. Touch brow. Eyes snap mine. Jerked back. Stared seconds, then shut. Pulse raced. Exited. Called nurse Palsera. Hypothetical. Birth I lock odd? Yes, normal 2 to 3 months. Early stand possible but advanced. Worried Clara since shower. Detached talk. Odd queries. Face recog, prefs, too easy care. No random cry, no fight changes. Bothered by compliance. Babies should challenge sometimes. Learning humanity. Fussy phases normal. Absence flags issue. Med or dev disorder. Post call. Kitchen ponder. Breakdown or genuine odd. Own search. Hours in journals, psych papers. Found unsettling. Advanced motor but emotion lag. Mimic no meaning. Observe not engage. Most autism or unexplained. Laptop near close. 2018 paper on odd infant growth. 12 cases. Advanced phys mask neuroatypical. Follow-up. 8 severe autism. 2 locked aggressive. 2 vanished. Families feared. Reading when upstairs hum. Not cry. Melody complex. Stairs creep. Door pause. Continue hum. Opened. Lily sat erect. Humming unknown tune. Saw me. Stop. Lay. Eyes shut. Pretend sleep. But witnessed. Couple return. Waiting with data. Prints. Mark weary. Showed all papers, studies, night notes. No supernatural but weak. Agreed wrong. Clara quiet, then to Mark. Vindicated plea. Med not myth, he said. What if myth explains undiagnosed? Or vice versa? Silence. Mark, what do? Contact paper authors. If not, other paths. Specialists beyond docs. Days later. Dr. Maria Lopez office. Psych with anthro/myth degrees. Rare expert in psych-med cultural overlaps. Listen full, notes, questions. Seen before, 24 in 15 years. Outcomes vary. Some interventions work, others no. Types? Based on true nature. Observe Lily first. Scheduled evals. Assessments, neurotests, behaviors. Results mixed. Autism markers but outliers. Pattern recog extreme, motor ahead, mimic unmatched. With emotion lack, sleep odd, what sleep? Dr. Lopez reviewed her records. Based on the tracking devices, Lily seems to enter a phase that imitates slumber but lacks any standard neural activity linked to true repose. My gut sank. What does that imply? She's not resting. She's engaged in another activity. What sort of activity? I'm unsure, but I'd like to run some unique evaluations. What evaluations? Dr. Lopez paused. Certain approaches I use are non-traditional. How non-traditional? I'd rather detail them once I've studied Lily's unique traits more deeply. We departed that session with additional uncertainties than clarifications. Yet, for the initial time, Clara appeared optimistic. At last, someone trusts our account, she remarked during the drive back. She didn't claim trust. She mentioned encountering comparable situations. Equivalent. But I doubted it was equivalent whatsoever. That evening, I remained to aid with Lily's evening schedule. While bathing her, I spotted something previously unnoticed. A tiny symbol on her rear, right under her left arm bone. It resembled a skin spot, but flawlessly balanced. Too exact for nature. I summoned Clara. She emerged at the entrance and instantly noticed my focus. She stated it hadn't existed prior. Certain? She'd handled Lily's outfits and hygiene daily for 8 months. She'd have detected it. We examined the symbol. An ideal coil roughly coin-sized. Perhaps it's grown clearer with age. Skin spots don't emerge suddenly. While observing, the symbol appeared to intensify a bit, the coil design sharpening. Clara murmured, "Did you notice that?" "Notice what?" It shifted. I inspected nearer, but the symbol stayed utterly fixed. "Clara, it's merely a skin spot." Yet as I voiced it, doubt lingered. Next day, I contacted Dr. Lopez and recounted our observation. She wanted to advance our upcoming session. How quickly? This day, if feasible. That midday, we returned to her space. Dr. Lopez inspected the symbol on Lily's rear using a lens and captured multiple images. "Any other alterations?" she inquired. Clara confessed Lily had been observing us oddly, as if grasping our discussions about her. The day before, I swear she uttered "Mama," I added. But when shared with Clara, Lily refused to echo it. Not odd for infants this old. But her delivery was overly distinct, too intentional. Dr. Lopez remained silent for minutes, reviewing her records and symbol images. "I'll pose a query, and you must rely on me," she eventually stated. "I wish to keep Lily here for the night." Clara's tone sharpened. "Why?" "For monitoring. Some evaluations work only when the kid is separated from relatives." "What evaluations?" "Those providing clear insights into our situation." Clara and I shared anxious glances. "Is it secure?" I questioned. "More secure than proceeding ignorant." "What if she's correct?" Clara breathed. "What if Lily truly isn't?" "Then we'll address it," Dr. Lopez affirmed. "But certainty is essential." That evening, Clara and Mark remained at my place as Dr. Lopez monitored Lily at her facility. Sleep evaded us. At dawn, my device rang. Dr. Lopez urged immediate arrival. Her tone trembled. We hurried to the facility, discovering Dr. Lopez awaiting in the lot. "Where's Lily?" Clara insisted. "Secure, but discussion first before viewing her." What occurred? Dr. Lopez guided us to her space and secured the entrance. My forthcoming words will challenge acceptance. Just reveal them. "Lily isn't fully human." The statement lingered heavily. "What do you imply?" Mark questioned. "I imply she's another entity. Something mimicking a human infant but following alternate vital and mental rules." "Impossible," I declared. "I once believed so, but proof is irrefutable." She displayed night recordings. Lily solo in the watch area, shifting in manners defying standard infant growth. Once, she rose in the bed and strode to the pane.
Flawless stability, no pause.
But the eeriest clip depicted her at 3 a.m., seated immobile centrally, fixating on the lens over 60 minutes without a wink. "Kids her age lack such prolonged focus," Dr. Lopez clarified. "And observe this." She sped to 4 a.m. The symbol on Lily's rear shone, releasing subtle illumination visible via heat sensor. The symbol seems like a tag or link tool. "Link to what?" Clara asked. "Unknown." But near 5 a.m., Lily started reacting to an element. See, in the clip, Lily abruptly rose and approached the room's edge. She seemed to heed something, sometimes affirming or denying with head moves. Our gear captured no audio, Dr. Lopez noted, but she clearly engaged with undetectable forces. What are you implying? Mark's tone was faint. I'm implying your kin was accurate. Lily matches what myths label a swapped child. Yet truth exceeds ancient tales. What truth? Swapped ones aren't enchanted beings. They're another kind, coexisting with humans for eras, sporadically trading young for hours. Why? From my findings for research, they study us via nurturing human young while theirs grow among humans. So where's our true girl? Clara inquired. Likely protected. The kind tends human young superior to some parents. How to retrieve her? That's intricate. Dr. Lopez detailed prior instances had dual results. Kin who adapted to cherish their swapped young, and kin who arranged a swap. What swap? The kind is smart and logical. If you demonstrate true desire for your natural young, and pledge care for theirs too, they occasionally consent to exchange. How? Establish connection. That dusk, we adhered to Dr. Lopez's directions. We set Lily in her bed and lingered nearby with special capture gear. Precisely at 11:47 p.m., the symbol on Lily's rear illuminated. Then we detected it. A noise resembling bells blended with murmurs. From Lily's space, Dr. Lopez affirmed, they're present. The ensuing events altered our reality perceptions. 3 shapes appeared in Lily's space. Lofty, ghostly forms nearly human, yet gliding with unearthly elegance. One clutched an infant mirroring what Lily ought to resemble. Clara exhaled, that's her. My girl. Via Dr. Lopez, we bargained. The forms clarified they'd watched human kin for ages, seeking comprehension of our love and giving. Most guardians never detected the trade, but rarely detection sparked talk. They presented options. Retain Lily and adore her as kin, or swap for our natural girl. What befalls Lily if swapped? Queried. She rejoins her kin, nurtured with affection. And if retained, you'll forfeit your natural girl, but nurture one destined for greatness. Clara eyed Mark, me, then Lily, who observed the whole with keen gaze. I desire my true girl, Clara declared. The forms affirmed and neared Lily's bed. But as they extended, surprise struck. Lily voiced, not infant chatter or basic terms, but full phrases in her tone, bearing profound insight. Mama, she uttered, fixating on Clara, I adore you as well. Clara fell. For in that instant, she grasped the reality Dr. Lopez had primed her for. Origins mattered not. For 8 months, this young had been hers, relied on her, coexisted, molded by her tending, even reluctant. Despite fears, mix-ups, studies, and myths, Clara cherished her. Can't, she breathed. Can't surrender her. The forms paused calmly as our kin crumbled and reformed in moments. What if we retain both? Mark suggested gradually.
Impossible, Dr. Lopez relaide.
Then I select Lily, Clara asserted. She's my girl, not via blood, but bond. The forms affirmed and dissolved, departing with our natural girl. Hold, I urged. Will we encounter her anew? Maybe, relayed reply when mature enough for choice. Then vanished. We lingered in quiet, eyeing Lily, who grinned authentically for the first since arrival. A genuine grin, brimming with affection, playfulness, and flawless, improbable humanness. 3 years on, Lily embodies the form's vow. She's smart, gentle, and sporadically shows skills that stun and alarm us. She detects feelings, forecasts storms, and once rescued a local pet by sensing its trap blocks distant. She terms Clara Mama, Mark Daddy, me Aunt Lila. She adores illustrated tales, berry treats, and swaying to tunes only she perceives. And occasionally, deep night, I spot her gazing from her chamber pane with enduring intensity. What do you seek? I once inquired. My sibling. She replied plainly. What sibling? The one resembling me. She's returning eventually. How known? Because she yearns to encounter the kin who cherished me sufficiently to retain. Clara and I shared glances above Lily's crown. Fine with that? Clara asked. Lily affirmed gravely. She's My sibling. You're my mama. Space for both. That evening, I reached Dr. Lopez and shared Lily's words. Feasible, she verified. In certain instances, when human young mature, they're permitted kin contact. What anticipate? The unforeseen. These young gain skills and wisdom we scarcely grasp. But also human feelings and ties. Your natural girl may resemble Lily more than expected. Half-year later, I watched Lily as Clara and Mark sought partnership guidance. They'd processed the ordeal, adapting to kin life no guidebook covered. Lily played outdoors when she halted and angled her skull, as if tuning to inaudible. She's arrived, Lily declared. Who, dear? My sibling. I scanned vacant grounds. See none. She's approaching. Minutes later, a teen female rounded the home's bend. Appeared 16, with Clara's locks and Mark's gaze, but motion unearthly. Like Lily amplified. Greetings, she uttered, tone bearing insight akin to Lily's occasional. I'm Nova. I think you're my origin kin. I gaped, device mid-dial to Clara. You're the infant taken 16 years past. She completed, though time flows oddly where nurtured. I've awaited this. Lily dashed to Nova and embraced her limbs. Nova grinned, mirroring Lily's from 3 years prior. Greetings, small sibling, Nova uttered, caressing Lily's strands. You've blossomed lovely. Missed you, Lily stated plainly. Missed you too. I dialed Clara and Mark, who arrived to find girls on rear deck, conversing softly like reunited companions. Nova? Clara breathed. Nova rose and scrutinized Clara's features with Lily's focus. You're my birth parent, she stated. Not query. Yes, you picked Lily over me. Words lingered like blame. Clara's features folded. So regretful I didn't grasp. No sorry, Nova cut. Correct pick. What? Lily required you beyond me. She battled human feelings, bonds. I grew with affection, insight, self-knowledge from start. Nova receded and beckoned beside. Clara perched warily, like nearing untamed. Not reclaiming. Here is Lily. Requested. Requested? We've linked since her proper talk. She desired sibling meet, you meet natural girl. Stay duration? Mark asked. As desired. Mature enough for choice of residence, company. Wish stay? Nova eyed Lily, who urged nod. I'd attempt, but no, I'm not fully human too. Nurturers altered, boosted me. A midway what Lily is, what you are. Imply? Skills that may scare, but aid Lily master hers. That dusk, post Nova's nursery assignment and young to rest, Clara, Mark, I lounged processing. Real? Clara queried. As real as our past 3 years. I answered. If unable to boosted young? If able? Mark opposed. If this our kin's fate? Ensuing months adjusted unimaginably. Nova joined nearby school, ace studies, but social hurdles. Her skills hindered teen bonds, issues petty versus her past. Yet home she thrived. She guided Lily's budding skills. Dr. Lopez reviewed her notes. The monitoring systems show Lily entering a state mimicking sleep, but without the usual brainwave patterns of true rest. My stomach churned. What does that mean? She's not sleeping. She's doing something else. What kind of thing? I'm not sure, but I'd like to conduct specialized tests. What tests? Dr. Lopez hesitated. Some of my methods are unconventional. How unconventional? I'd prefer to explain after studying Lily's unique case further. We left with more questions than answers, but Clara seemed hopeful for the first time. Someone finally takes us seriously, she said on the drive home. She didn't say she believes us. She said she's seen similar cases. Same difference. But I wasn't convinced it was the same. That night, I stayed to help with Lily's bedtime routine. While bathing her, I noticed something new. A small mark below her left shoulder blade, like a birthmark, but perfectly symmetrical. Too precise to be natural. I called Clara. She appeared at the door and immediately saw it. That wasn't there before, she said. You sure? She'd handled Lily's daily care for 8 months. She'd have noticed. We stared at the mark. A perfect spiral, dime-sized. Maybe it's just more visible now, I suggested. Birthmarks don't appear out of nowhere. As we watched, the spiral seemed to darken slightly, its edges sharpening. Clara whispered, "Did you see that?" "See what?" "It moved." I looked closer, but it seemed still. "Clara, it's just a birthmark." But I wasn't so sure. The next morning, I called Dr. Lopez to report it. She wanted to move up our next appointment. "How soon?" "Today, if possible." That afternoon, we were back in her office. Dr. Lopez examined the mark with a magnifying lens and took photos. "Any other changes?" she asked. Clara admitted Lily had been watching us oddly, as if understanding our conversations about her. "Yesterday, I swear she said, 'Mama,'" I added. But when I told Clara, she wouldn't repeat it. That's not uncommon for her age. But the way she said it was too clear, too deliberate. Dr. Lopez studied her notes and the photos silently for minutes. "I need to ask something and you must trust me," she said finally. "I want to keep Lily overnight for observation." Clara's voice sharpened. "Why?" "Some tests require isolation from family." "What tests?" "Ones that will clarify what we're dealing with." Clara and I exchanged uneasy glances. "Is it safe?" I asked. "Safer than continuing without answers." "What if Clara's right?" I whispered. "What if Lily isn't?" "We'll handle it," Dr. Lopez said firmly. "But we need certainty." That night, Clara and Mark stayed at my place while Dr. Lopez observed Lily at her clinic. We didn't sleep. At 6 a.m., Dr. Lopez called, urging us to come immediately, her voice unsteady. We rushed to the clinic, finding her in the parking lot. "Where's Lily?" Clara demanded. "Safe, but we need to talk first." "What happened?" She led us to her office and shut the door. "This will be hard to accept. Just tell us." "Lily isn't entirely human." The words hung heavily. "What do you mean?" Mark asked. "She resembles a human child but operates on different biological and neurological principles." "That's impossible," I said. "I thought so too, but the evidence is clear." She showed us footage from the night. Lily in the observation room, moving in ways no infant should. She stood in her crib and walked to the window with perfect balance. The most unsettling clip showed her at 3 a.m., sitting motionless, staring at the camera for over an hour without blinking. "Babies her age don't have that focus," Dr. Lopez explained. And this, she fast-forwarded to 4 a.m. The mark on Lily's back glowed faintly on the infrared camera. "It seems to be an identifier or communication device." "Communicating with what?" Clara asked. "I don't know. But at 5 a.m., she began responding to something. In the footage, Lily stood abruptly, walked to a corner, and seemed to listen, nodding or shaking her head. "Our equipment picked up no sound," Dr. Lopez said. "But she was interacting with something invisible." "What are you saying?" Mark whispered. "Your sister was right. Lily fits what folklore calls a changeling, but the reality is more complex." "What reality?" "They're not magical. They're a different species, coexisting with humans for millennia, occasionally swapping their young for ours." "Why?" "From my research to study us. They raise human children while theirs are raised among us." "Where's our real daughter?" Clara asked. "Likely safe. Their kind often cares for human children better than some parents." "How do we get her back?" "That's complicated." Dr. Lopez explained past cases had two outcomes: families accepting their changeling child or negotiating a swap. The species is rational. If you prove you want your biological child and will care for theirs, they sometimes agree to exchange. "How?" "Make contact." That evening, we followed Dr. Lopez's instructions, placing Lily in her crib and waiting nearby with recording equipment. At 11:47 p.m., the mark on her back glowed, and we heard a sound like chimes mixed with whispers from her room. Dr. Lopez nodded. "They're here." 3 tall, ethereal figures appeared in Lily's room, moving with unearthly grace. One held a baby who looked like what Lily should have been. Clara gasped, "That's her, my daughter." Through Dr. Lopez, we negotiated. The beings explained they'd studied humans for generations to understand love and sacrifice. Most parents never notice the swap, but rare detections open dialogue. They offered a choice: keep Lily and love her as ours, or trade for our biological daughter. "What happens to Lily if we trade?" I asked. She returns to her kind, raised with care. And if we keep her, you'll never see your biological daughter, but you'll raise an extraordinary child. Clara looked at Mark, me, then Lily, who watched with intelligent eyes. I want my real daughter, she said. The beings nodded and approached the crib. But then Lily spoke. Not babble, but clear sentences in a voice heavy with understanding. Mama, I love you too, she said, locking eyes with Clara. Clara collapsed, realizing what Dr. Lopez had prepared her for. It didn't matter what Lily was. For 8 months, she'd been hers, reliant on her, shaped by her care, even if reluctant. Despite fear, confusion, and folklore, Clara loved her. I can't give her up, she whispered. The beings waited as our family unraveled and reformed in moments. What if we keep both? Mark suggested. Not possible, Dr. Lopez translated. Then I choose Lily, Clara said firmly. She's my daughter, not by blood, but by bond. The beings nodded, fading with our biological daughter. Wait, I called. Will we see her again? Perhaps, they replied through Dr. Lopez, when she's old enough to choose. Then they vanished. In the silence, Lily smiled. A real, loving, mischievous smile, impossibly human. 3 years later, Lily is everything they promised. Brilliant, kind, with abilities that awe and unsettle. She senses emotions, predicts weather, and once saved a neighbor's pet by knowing it was trapped blocks away. She calls Clara Mama, Mark Daddy, me Aunt Lila, and loves storybooks, berry ice cream, and dancing to music only she hears. Sometimes, late at night, I catch her staring out her window with that intense focus. What are you looking for? I asked once. My sister, she said simply. What sister? The one like me. She'll come back someday. How do you know? She wants to meet the family who loved me enough to keep me. Clara and I exchanged glances over her head. You okay with that? Clara asked. Lily nodded solemnly. She's my sister, and you're my mama. There's room for both. That night, I called Dr. Lopez about Lily's words. It's possible, she confirmed. Some human children, when grown, can contact their biological families. What should we expect? The unexpected, their abilities and knowledge are beyond us, but they carry human emotions. Your daughter may be more like Lily than you think. 6 months later, I was watching Lily while Clara and Mark attended counseling to process their unique family dynamic. In the backyard, Lily paused, tilting her head as if hearing something I couldn't. She's here, she announced. Who, sweetheart? My sister. I scanned the empty yard. I don't see anyone. She's coming. Minutes later, a teenage girl appeared around the house. About 16, with Clara's dark hair and Mark's green eyes, but moving with an otherworldly grace, like Lily but stronger. Hello, she said, her voice carrying a depth like Lily's at times. I'm Nova, your biological family, I believe. I stared, phone half-dialed to Clara. You're the baby taken 16 years ago. Yes, though time moves differently where I was raised. I've waited to meet you. Lily ran to hug Nova's legs. Nova smiled, mirroring Lily's from years ago. Hello, little sister, she said, stroking Lily's hair. You've grown beautifully. I missed you, Lily said. I missed you too. I called Clara and Mark, who arrived to find the girls on the porch, talking like old friends. Nova? Clara whispered. Nova stood, studying Clara with Lily's intensity. You're my birth mother. Yes, you chose Lily over me. The words stung like an accusation. Clara's face fell. I'm so sorry. I didn't know how to. No apologies, Nova interrupted. You made the right choice. What? Lily needed you more. She struggled with human emotions. I was raised with love and clarity about what I am. Nova sat, patting the space beside her. Clara sat cautiously. I'm not here to take anything. Lily asked me to come. Asked you? We've been in touch since she learned to communicate. She wanted us to meet. How long can you stay? Mark asked. As long as you want. I'm old enough to choose where I live. Want to stay? Nova looked at Lily, who nodded. I'd like to try, but I'm not fully human either. My razors enhanced me. I'm between Lily and you. What does that mean? I have abilities that might scare you, but I can help Lily control hers. That night, after settling Nova in Lily's old nursery, we sat processing. Is this real? Clara asked. As real as our last 3 years, I replied. What if we can't handle 2 enhanced children? What if we can? Mark countered. What if this is our family's purpose? Months later, Nova joined high school, excelling academically but struggling socially. Her abilities made teen issues seem trivial. At home, she thrived, teaching Lily to manage her gifts. Nova shared about her razors, a species of vast intellect and empathy, seeing humans as younger siblings needing guidance. They're not replacing us, Nova said one evening as Lily made flowers bloom off-season. They're helping us evolve. Into what? Into your potential. Humans are limited by fear and rivalry. Lily and I bridge what you are and what you could be. Why the swaps? Partly love for all children, believing it transcends species. Do you love us? Clara asked softly. Nova watched Lily charm a butterfly to her finger. I love Lily, and I'm thankful you raised her with care despite fear. Whether that becomes your kind of love, we'll see. 2 years on, Nova graduated valedictorian, earning an MIT scholarship for physics and biology. She deferred a year to help Lily, now in kindergarten, cope with overwhelming emotions from others. It's like drinking from a fire hose, Nova explained. She taught Lily to filter mental shields, focusing on one person, finding calm spaces. By Christmas, Lily excelled at school, her empathy helping classmates. A shy boy joined games. A girl consoled over divorce, and she sensed a peer's illness early. Is that normal? Clara asked the teacher. Normal? No. Wonderful? Yes. She'll change the world. That night, tucking Lily in, she asked, Aunt Lila, are you glad Mama kept me? Stunned, I said, of course. Why ask? Sometimes people fear me. And Nova, I smoothed her curls. No courage? She nodded. Being brave despite fear. And love? Caring even when hard. Exactly. We were scared of your difference, but loved you more, making us brave to keep you. Even if I'm not human, you're human here, I said, touching her heart. The rest is extra. She smiled, eyes closing. I love you, Aunt Lila. Love you, little one. As I dimmed the light, she whispered, thanks for helping Mama choose me. In the hall, Nova waited. She worries she's a burden, she said. She's not. I know, but she recalls Clara's early feelings, your struggle to accept her. Do you remember that age? Everything, from birth, is what sets us apart. Resent us for giving you up? No, you gave me clarity about my abilities, and Lily human love that shaped her extraordinarily. What now? We live, help others, bridge our species. Prove love beats biology. More like you? Thousands worldwide, growing, preparing humanity's next step. Toward what? Nova smiled. Your best selves, compassionate, connected, aware. Will we see it? You are. Every time Lily aids a friend, I solve a professor's puzzle, or a family like ours shows love trumps genes. 5 years later, Nova, with a bioengineering doctorate, worked on merging human medicine with her razor's healing methods. Lily, 10, thrived in a gifted program, her abilities seen as exceptional, not alarming. Clara led a support group for parents of unique children, never revealing the full truth. The hardest part, she told them, is releasing expectations and loving the child you have, not the one you imagined. How? Asked a mother whose son showed telepathic gifts. One day, one choice of love over fear, trusting your child knows more than you. What if they're dangerous? What if they're what the world needs? Later, Clara asked me, ever wonder if we traded? Sometimes. Right choice? I thought of Lily's laughter, Nova's mind aiding millions, our unlikely family. The only choice we could live with, I said, transformed us into something unimaginable. Clara nodded, gazing at stars Lily and Nova studied, seeing invisible patterns. I thought love was easy, natural. Now I know it's a daily choice, especially when it challenges everything. Regrets? She smiled. How could I regret the daughters who made our world extraordinary? That night, at home after checking on the girls, I found them in Lily's room. Nova read from a shimmering book, Lily listening raptly. Their bond a bridge between worlds, proving love's power over all.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a twist. Stay tuned to Reddit Tales Times for your daily dose of drama, laughs, and unbelievable stories.